Katsina State is once again in the headlines for all the wrong reasons, as armed bandits have broken a peace agreement and launched a devastating attack on the Yar Gajiya community in Faskari local government area. This attack, which happened recently, has left residents in shock and fear, because just when they thought they could finally sleep with both eyes closed, danger came knocking at their doors again. The bandits stormed the community with heavy weapons, and what they did was heartbreaking. They did not just come to threaten people or fire shots into the air to scare residents. No, they went further. They took out 2 innocent people during this raid, and these were not criminals or troublemakers, but ordinary citizens who were simply trying to live their lives in peace. The attackers also looted homes, taking away food items, money, and anything valuable they could lay their hands on. Imagine working hard to provide for your family, only for armed criminals to come and take everything away in one night. This is the reality that many people in Katsina and other parts of the Northwest are living with every single day. What makes this attack even more painful is the fact that there was supposed to be a peace deal in place. Yes, you heard that right. A peace agreement had been reached between the bandits and the community, and everyone was hoping that this would bring an end to the violence and bloodshed that has plagued the region for years. But clearly, that peace deal meant nothing to these criminals because they went ahead and attacked anyway. This raises serious questions about the effectiveness of negotiating with bandits. Can we really trust people who make a living from kidnapping, killing, and terrorizing innocent citizens? Some people argue that dialogue is the way forward, that we need to find a way to bring these criminals back into society and give them a chance to change. But when you see situations like this, where agreements are broken so easily, it makes you wonder if negotiation is just a waste of time and resources. The community leaders who brokered this peace deal must be feeling betrayed right now because they put their trust in these bandits, believing that they were ready to turn a new leaf, only for them to be proven wrong in the most brutal way possible. The residents of Yar Gajiya are now traumatized and living in constant fear. Many families have been displaced, and some are already packing their belongings to leave the community entirely. Children are afraid to go to school, farmers are scared to go to their farms, and business activities have come to a standstill. The psychological impact of these attacks cannot be overstated. When people live in constant fear of being attacked, killed, or having their property stolen, it affects every aspect of their lives. Parents cannot focus on providing for their children because they are worried about whether they will survive the next attack. Young people cannot plan for their future because they do not know if there will even be a future for them in their community. This is the harsh reality that thousands of people in Katsina State and across the Northwest region are facing every single day, and it is absolutely heartbreaking. The question that many Nigerians are asking is why the government has not been able to put an end to this banditry crisis once and for all. Some people believe that the problem is underfunding of the security agencies. They argue that our security forces do not have enough equipment, vehicles, and weapons to effectively combat these well-armed criminals. Others point to poor coordination between different security agencies as a major problem. When the police, army, and other security outfits are not working together seamlessly, it creates gaps that bandits can exploit. There are also those who believe that corruption is a major factor. Some people allege that certain individuals are benefiting from the banditry crisis and therefore have no interest in seeing it come to an end. Whether it is through ransom payments, illegal arms deals, or other shady arrangements, there are whispers that some powerful people are making money from the suffering of ordinary Nigerians. These are serious allegations, and while we cannot confirm them, they point to the deep mistrust that many people have in the system. If you are finding this information valuable and you want to stay informed about what is happening across Nigeria, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue bringing you important news and updates like this one. Another angle to this story is the issue of youth unemployment and poverty in the region. Many of the young men who join these bandit groups do so because they see no other opportunities for themselves. When young people cannot find jobs, cannot go to school, and cannot see a path to a better future, some of them become vulnerable to recruitment by criminal gangs. The bandits offer them money, a sense of belonging, and the promise of power. And for desperate young men with no other options, this can be tempting. This is why many people argue that the solution to banditry is not just military action, but also addressing the underlying social and economic issues that drive people into crime. If young people in these communities had access to education, job opportunities, and a real chance at building a better life, would they still be so easily recruited by bandits? This is something that policymakers need to seriously consider as they look for long-term solutions to this crisis. The cycle of poverty and violence needs to be broken, and that requires investment in education, infrastructure, and economic development in these affected areas. The people of Yar Gajiya and other affected communities are calling on the government to take immediate action. They want more security personnel deployed to their areas, they want better equipment for the security forces, and they want a more aggressive approach to dealing with bandits. Some residents are even calling for civilian vigilante groups to be officially supported and equipped by the government so they can defend their communities. While this might seem like a desperate measure, it shows how frustrated people are with the current situation. They feel abandoned, they feel unprotected, and they are ready to take matters into their own hands if necessary. But vigilante justice comes with its own risks and challenges, including the potential for abuse and the escalation of violence, so it is not a decision that should be taken lightly. The government needs to find a balance between empowering communities to protect themselves and maintaining law and order through official channels. It is also important to mention that this problem is not unique to Katsina State alone. Other states in the northwest region, including Zamfara, Sokoto, Kaduna, and Niger, are also grappling with similar challenges. The bandits seem to move freely across state boundaries, and when security forces launch operations in one state, they simply relocate to another. This is why many security experts are calling for a regional approach to tackling the problem. Instead of each state trying to handle the issue independently, there needs to be better coordination and joint operations across the entire northwest region. This would make it harder for bandits to find safe havens and would increase the chances of capturing or neutralizing them. The federal government has a crucial role to play in facilitating this kind of regional cooperation and providing the necessary resources and support. What do you think is the best way to tackle this banditry crisis? Should the government continue with peace talks and dialogue, or is it time to abandon negotiations and take a more forceful military approach? Should more resources be invested in addressing the root causes of banditry, such as poverty and unemployment, or should the focus be purely on security operations? These are difficult questions with no easy answers, but they are conversations that we as Nigerians need to be having. The lives of thousands of people depend on the decisions that our leaders make in the coming weeks and months. Drop your thoughts in the comment section below and let us know what you think should be done. And please, do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can stay updated on all the latest news from across Nigeria. Your engagement helps us reach more people and keep important conversations like this one going. Thank you for watching and stay safe out there.